Did you know that every 6 seconds, someone in the world dies due to complications from diabetes? According to the American Diabetes Association, ADA, over 37 million Americans are living with diabetes, and 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes without even knowing it. This is no longer just a disease, it's a silent epidemic, responsible for severe complications such as blindness, kidney failure, limb amputation, stroke, and cardiovascular disease. But the most alarming fact? About 90% of people with prediabetes could reverse their condition. Yet they fail to act in time. What will happen if you don't take control of your blood sugar now? And what solution can help you avoid the fate of millions of others? Let's find out. 1. The impact of fasting on blood sugar. Fasting is not just a weight loss strategy. It's a powerful tool for regulating blood sugar and improving insulin sensitivity. Many studies have shown that fasting can help stabilize blood sugar levels. But its effects vary depending on a person's insulin resistance. The host of this experiment monitored his blood sugar while in a complete fasting state. The results showed that his blood sugar remained stable throughout the day, without any major fluctuations. This indicates that he has good insulin sensitivity, meaning his body can regulate blood sugar effectively without producing excessive insulin. This is the ideal state for anyone with diabetes or prediabetes. However, not everyone experiences positive results from fasting. People with type 2 diabetes or severe insulin resistance may find that their blood sugar levels rise even when they don't eat. This may seem counterintuitive, but the reason lies in the body's internal biological mechanisms. When someone is insulin resistant, their liver tends to release glucose into the bloodstream continuously, even without food intake. This happens because insulin, the hormone responsible for helping cells absorb glucose, does not function effectively. In individuals with poor insulin sensitivity, their cells do not receive enough signals to take in glucose from the blood, prompting the liver to keep producing and releasing more sugar to compensate. As a result, even during fasting, blood sugar levels may rise in the morning, a phenomenon known as the dawn phenomenon. Some people may find that when they fast for longer periods, their blood sugar gradually decreases. This is because the body adapts, using more fat for energy instead of glucose, thereby reducing the demand for insulin and lowering blood sugar levels. However, achieving this state requires consistency and proper dietary adjustments, especially reducing daily carbohydrate intake. Fasting can be a useful tool for improving insulin sensitivity and blood sugar control. But not everyone responds the same way. To get the best results, you need to track your blood sugar levels, understand your body's insulin resistance, and combine fasting with a proper diet. But what truly causes insulin resistance? And how can you reverse it? Let's dive into that next. 2. How food affects blood sugar. If fasting helps stabilize blood sugar, then the food you eat daily can cause major fluctuations, even pushing you into the cycle of insulin resistance. Not all foods impact blood sugar the same way, and your choices can determine whether you control or worsen your diabetes. In the host's experiment, after a full day of fasting, his blood sugar remained stable, but when he ate foods high in sugar or starch, such as a bagel, fast food, or processed foods, something familiar happened. His blood sugar spiked within minutes. This is a natural physiological response, but the real issue lies in how the body handles this glucose surge. As soon as blood sugar rises, the pancreas quickly releases insulin to transport glucose into cells, helping lower blood sugar to normal levels. However, if this happens too often, especially when consuming large amounts of refined carbs and sugars, the body gradually becomes less responsive to insulin. This is the early stage of insulin resistance, a key factor in the development of type 2 diabetes. When a person continuously consumes high-carb and sugary foods, the pancreas must work overtime to produce insulin to keep blood sugar under control. Over time, the body's cells start losing their ability to respond to insulin, forcing the pancreas to release even more of the hormone in an attempt to bring blood sugar back to normal. This creates a dangerous cycle. The more high glycemic foods you eat, the more insulin your body produces. And when insulin becomes less effective, blood sugar levels continue to rise. This explains why many people with type 2 diabetes can initially manage their blood sugar through diet but later require medication or higher doses of insulin. When the body reaches severe insulin resistance, the pancreas can no longer produce enough insulin to keep blood sugar in check, leading to chronic high blood sugar and severe complications such as nerve damage, kidney failure, heart disease, and stroke. One crucial point many people overlook is that even seemingly healthy foods can spike blood sugar if not chosen wisely. For example, whole wheat bread, fruit juice, flavored yogurt, or even some fruits can cause rapid blood sugar spikes if consumed excessively. So how can you break free from the cycle of blood sugar spikes and insulin resistance? The answer lies in a smart diet, choosing foods with a minimal impact on blood sugar, combined with a healthy lifestyle. In the next section, we'll explore what truly causes insulin resistance and how to reverse it before it's too late. 3. Insulin resistance and its true causes. If excessive carbohydrate and sugar intake leads to high blood sugar, then insulin resistance is the long-term consequence of this process. But there is a common misconception. Insulin resistance is not just caused by high blood sugar levels. The root issue lies in chronically elevated insulin levels over an extended period. When someone regularly consumes refined carbohydrates, the pancreas must release insulin frequently and in large amounts to keep blood sugar stable. But insulin does more than just lower blood sugar. It also plays a crucial role in energy storage as fat. Every time insulin is present in the bloodstream, it signals the body that there is excess glucose that needs to be stored as fat in the liver, muscles, and adipose tissue. Over time, excess fat accumulates in critical organs like the liver and pancreas, leading to fatty liver disease, pancreatic fat buildup, and chronic inflammation. This inflammation damages the beta cells of the pancreas, which are responsible for producing insulin. As more beta cells deteriorate, insulin production declines, accelerating the progression of diabetes. This explains why many type 2 diabetics initially have very high insulin levels but later require insulin injections because their pancreas has weakened. Moreover, insulin resistance affects more than just blood sugar. It disrupts multiple physiological processes in the body. When insulin is ineffective, the body cannot properly use glucose for energy, leading to constant fatigue, persistent hunger, and sugar cravings. Additionally, high insulin levels contribute to water retention, high blood pressure, and an increased risk of cardiovascular disease. One crucial but often overlooked fact is that insulin resistance can develop silently for years before blood sugar levels actually rise. This means a person can have prediabetes or even type 2 diabetes without noticeable symptoms. By the time they receive a diagnosis, significant internal damage has already occurred, making it much harder to reverse the condition. So, how can you break this vicious cycle? The answer is not just about controlling sugar intake. More importantly, you must reduce insulin levels back to normal ranges. And to do that, we need to explore the most effective insulin-lowering strategies, including intermittent fasting, cutting out refined carbohydrates, and optimizing diet choices. Keep watching to discover how to reverse insulin resistance and regain your health naturally. 4. Lifestyle changes and solutions. If insulin resistance is the root cause of uncontrolled blood sugar, then the solution is not just about avoiding sugary foods or temporary fasting. The only way to fix this condition is by making a complete lifestyle transformation, allowing your body to regain its ability to use insulin efficiently. A fact that many people overlook is that each person's ability to process carbohydrates is different. Those who have low body fat, exercise regularly, and have more muscle mass can consume more carbohydrates while still maintaining stable blood sugar levels. This is because muscle tissue is the primary consumer of glucose. When you exercise, your muscles absorb sugar from the blood without requiring much insulin. On the other hand, obese individuals, sedentary people, or those with high body fat percentages struggle to process carbohydrates. Without enough active muscle mass to absorb glucose, blood sugar rises, and the body is forced to produce more insulin to push the sugar into fat stores or the liver. As a result, insulin levels remain chronically high, worsening insulin resistance. So, how can you break this cycle? One of the most powerful tools to improve insulin sensitivity is intermittent fasting. When you fast for a sufficiently long period, your body stops constantly producing insulin. This allows insulin receptors in your cells to gradually recover, reducing overall insulin levels and improving blood sugar control. However, fasting alone is not enough. If you fast but then eat high-carb or processed foods, the benefits are completely negated. This is why fasting must be paired with a low-carb, high-healthy fat diet to optimize fat burning and reduce insulin resistance. When you cut down on carbs, your body requires less insulin, allowing your pancreas to rest and function more efficiently. Additionally, exercise plays a crucial role in improving insulin sensitivity. Activities such as weight training, brisk walking, jogging, or HIIT workouts help muscles absorb glucose from the blood without requiring insulin, reducing the strain on the pancreas. Just 30 minutes of movement per day can make a huge difference in blood sugar control. Finally, sleep and stress management significantly impact insulin function. Lack of sleep or chronic stress can elevate cortisol levels, a hormone that promotes insulin resistance. Therefore, a healthy lifestyle isn't just about diet and exercise, it also requires adequate sleep and effective stress management. The path to reversing insulin resistance. To control blood sugar and reverse insulin resistance, you need a comprehensive strategy that includes intermittent fasting, reducing carbohydrates, increasing healthy fats, regular exercise, prioritizing quality sleep, managing stress effectively. These lifestyle changes will not only help you manage diabetes but also restore your body to a healthier state, reducing your risk of chronic diseases. Are you ready for the challenge? Now, you understand that blood sugar control is not just about avoiding sugar or taking medication. It's a long-term commitment that requires changing your diet, lifestyle, and mindset about health. But the most important question is, are you willing to step out of your comfort zone and take control of your health? Challenge yourself today. Can you fast for 16 hours and track how your blood sugar responds? Can you completely eliminate sugar and refined carbs for 7 days and see how your body reacts? Can you walk for 30 minutes after each meal to help your body absorb glucose more effectively? These small changes can create a massive impact on your health. Don't wait until it's too late. Set a clear goal. Over the next 30 days, change one bad habit and replace it with one good habit. Track your blood sugar levels. Record the results. Feel the difference, and share your experience. If you are serious about controlling diabetes and reclaiming your health, this challenge is your opportunity to prove that you control your body, not the disease. Are you ready? Start today.